how do you stretch your beliefs and make sure you are continually pushing the boundaries of your comfort zone and your capabilities?
I just dream. I dream. I have dreams, and dreams is they should be pure. And I think a lot of times, when we're born into this world, we actually wind up going backwards. And it seems like the more we mature, the more responsible our dreams become, and the more governors we put on ourselves and our ability to dream and to reimagine. And it's always a fight for us parents and for you guys to make sure that your dreams always stay pure. And so it's not a matter of pushing beyond your limitations or expectations. It's really a matter of protecting your dreams, protecting your imagination. That's really the key. And when you do that, then the world just seems limitless.
And when you set your dreams, a lot of times, especially in business and entrepreneurship, you have a big vision, and people will instantly start asking you how you'll do it. And so what we tell people is don't get caught up with the how, because if you know every step to accomplish your dream, you haven't really dreamed big enough.
Yeah.
You should know every step of the way, and you'll have a tendency to walk it back. And so I would say, be unrealistic in your dreams as well.
No, I always dreamed as a kid that it was possible to score 80 or 90 or 100. I always just had a dream. Like sometimes you lay down in bed and you visualize things, and you just kind of that's at least how I would go to sleep. I'd lay down, I'd imagine playing for the Lakers, and I'd imagine what the uniforms look like. I'd imagine where we'd be playing, and the smell of the arena and all sorts of stuff. And I would see myself, getting hot, and score 10 straight points. But in a dream, why would you ever interrupt that? You're not going to have a dream and be like, okay, then he misses his next 6. It's not going to happen. So you just keep dreaming and dreaming and dreaming, and before I go to sleep, I'm at 120 points, And so when you grow up, downloading that into your brain over and over and over, and then that summer, I made 1,000 shots a day, 1,000, right? That's on top of weight training and my conditioning. I made 1,000 shots, and they weren't just shots. It were shots that you saw in that game. There were specific shots. It was coming out of the corner, going to the pinch post, footwork in the post, coming off the screen. It was very specific. So when you download that into your system and you go out in the court and you're just executing things that you've done thousands of times before, and you have that dream, then that becomes possible.
Let's talk about mindset and philosophy, because we tell students that it's very important that you have a personal philosophy. In your basketball career, did you have an articulated competitive philosophy, something short that meant something to you, that really stood for what you played?
My philosophy was a very simple one. And this is where I think film plays a big part of my life. Rudy was one of my favorite films growing up, right? And if you guys haven't seen Rudy, I suggest you watch Rudy. After watching that film, I come to understand if I could work that hard every day, with being blessed with the physical tools that I have, what would my career be? And I made a promise to myself from that day that I was going to work that hard every single day, so that when I do retire, I have no regrets. And that was the most important thing for me, is to leave no stone unturned, get better every single day. And if I lived that way, then over time, I'd have something that was beautiful. But that was my philosophy. It seems like a pretty simple one, but if you live your life to just get better every single day, and do that for 20 years, what do you have?
That's exactly right. Let's start off with some students.
Hey, Kobe. On behalf of everyone, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Sarah Hughes. I'm a master's student in the entrepreneurship program. I played on the beach volleyball team as an undergrad, and now I play professionally for Team USA. My question for you is, what did you know and learn at the end of your career that you wish you knew at the beginning?
Understanding empathy and compassion. Right? Because as a young kid, when I came in the league, it was like, I'm driving this way, and either you're going to be on the train or be on the track. right? Where there was no such thing as understanding that people have lives outside of the game, which apparently I did not. But like if I understood that at an early age, then it helps me as a leader to communicate better. I came to understand that later, and getting to know people on a personal level. What are their fears? What are their insecurities? Right? What are their dreams and ambitions, desires, those sorts of things? When you come to understand that about a person, then you can help them reach the best version of themselves. So I wish I'd known that earlier.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And I think the most important thing is for us to be aware of what's going on in here. Not that it's bad, good, or indifferent, but it's awareness. And once you're aware of it, then you can choose to walk hand in hand with it, or you can choose to fight it, but you're making that decision. If you just can constantly bury that in the distance, then it starts festering, and it comes up in different ways. It manifests itself in different ways.
How's it going, Kobe?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good. So my name is Malik. I'm a senior studying communication. I'll be earning my master's in communication management on the football team. So I was just wondering, what is the most important thing that I can take away from football that would translate into my life after sports?
Well, I mean, it's different for everyone. You know, I think for me it was the discipline, the teamwork. I mean, I think teamwork's the most important thing. In a sense of, you know, sports is a place where you can have so many different ethnicities, people from different religious beliefs, political beliefs, but you're all grounded with one focus of achieving one thing, right? So being able to put those things to the side to accomplish a goal. And that's one of the strongest lessons I think you should take from team sports.
Thank you. Appreciate it,
man. Good luck to you.
So I have a last question. I have a family question for you. Off the court now, how do you inspire and foster that vision of greatness in a child? You talked a little bit about the stories you tell them. A mentality that's very different than what they see every day in social media and so on.
You know, I try to get my kids to see the beauty in the process. So when they got old enough, I used to take them with me to workouts. And they used to be over there kicking a soccer ball around or whatever, but they would see. Right? It's not they're sitting there and watching upset, but they would see. You know, they know I'd get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Right? They know I'm training again. You know, and this film, Dear Basketball, I mean, they were there with me as I was writing it and going through the animation process, going through step by step. And I think the important thing that we can do as parents is to lead by example, but also encourage our children to think incrementally. Not to say, okay, I want to be like, you know, Gianna, for example, my daughter who plays basketball now. She said, Dad, can you teach me how to play basketball? I'm like, sure. She's like, okay, I want to be better than you. I'm like, all right, cool. You know, let's start with 15 minutes a day, right? And for 15 minutes a day, we just stood right in front of the hoop and just shot, right under the hoop. We didn't move around, we didn't do any dribbling, just 15 minutes a day, just shoot here, right? And you do that for a month and a half. And then next month, you step back. Next month you step back again, and then you start working on dribbling, right? And so I think through actionable things is how we teach our children, right? Because we can sit there and tell them, we're not, you know, we're a kid, we didn't listen, right? But through sports, you can teach them how to think things incrementally, because that's the way they behave. And if it becomes a part of their process in sports, it'll become a part of their process in life as well.
Thank you. It's an honor to hear you talk. Thank you.
Thank you.